Hello and welcome to On Air with AIB. I'm Rohan Joshi.
And I'm Ashish. Now, this is the part of the show where we're usually like, hey guys, what's up? How's it going? But that's a little difficult to do this week because we're angry. As you know, last week, Paris was the site of a series of terror attacks. More than 120 people were killed and several hundreds more were injured.
The attacks were the work of ISIS or ISIL or IS or Daesh as they call themselves. Now, we know that all these names can get a bit confusing. So in the interest of keeping things simple, we're just going to call them by their original names. Land Fakir Chodu Bhagat,
Kutte ke Land,
Chipkali ke Jhaat,
Gutter ke Gandu, and overall Basi Tatto ki Fauj. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, don't your parents watch this show? They do. Ye message unhi se aaya hai. Thanks, Mom.
ISIS is so evil that in 2014, fucking Al-Qaeda actually formally dissociated from them. You know you are on a whole different planet of assholery when even Al-Qaeda says, bro, I want to hang out with you, but you're a little too terroristy for me. Also, Al-Qaeda dissociating itself from ISIS is like AIDS telling cancer it's too destructive.
And just hours after the attack, the blame game began again with a whole bunch of people saying stupid shit like, this is why you should keep Syrian refugees out of Europe. They brought this here.
Are you insane? You do realize that the Syrian refugees are also fleeing ISIS. Jab tsunami aati hai, koi uski taraf nahi bhagta. These are refugees. They have not come here on a 2-day, 3-night family package from Kesari Tours. Mall mein scratch card nahi mila tha tour package ka. Aylan Kurdi, the 3-year-old they found washed up on a beach in Turkey, he didn't come to Europe to take fucking selfies with the Mona Lisa. Ye Zoya Akhtar ki picture nahi hai, where they looked at each other and said, you know what the best way to solve problems is? Cruise.
Here's the thing. ISIS wants you to hate the refugees and immigrants. It wants you to hurt them. It wants anger and resentment to build up so that it can use that fear to recruit people for their cause. Which, by the way, is batshit insane, okay? They want to establish a single global caliphate where one supreme caliph, who by pure coincidence also happens to be the head of ISIS, is chosen by God, apparently, to rule all 7 billion people on earth. That is what they want, really. I mean, just enlighten me. Tell me how. How did God choose you? Just tell me that. How, like, did he send you a WhatsApp? Like, kya? Matlab, Bhagwan kya bola terko ting ping karke? Kya bola? Hey bro, I'm tired. Did legs at gym today. Crying but also laughing emoji. Please kill everyone. Thanks.
Then, of course, came the bigots. The people who say shit like, ye log sab aise hi hote hai. Sab. Send them back to Syria. And this happens all the time everywhere, even in India. Kuch bhi hota hai to send them to Pakistan, send them back to Syria, send them back to Iraq. One second. There are only 2 possibilities to that argument if we even go with your logic. Case number 1. 99.999% of these people are not terrorists. They are regular, boring people like you and me. In which case, why do you want them to go to Syria? Nobody wants to go to Syria. TripAdvisor pe the number 1 activity to do in Syria is leave.
Case 2. The 0.001% of people you do say that to who actually want to become terrorists. Why would you say that to them? Because why the hell would you want them to go to Syria? They're just going to go there and come back angrier and better trained. What the fuck is wrong? Why would you do that? Why? Like, if somebody wants to shit on your carpet, you don't give them a laxative.
Also, here's a simple rule from now on. All dash are dash is not an argument. If all Muslims are terrorists, then all men are rapists, all women can't drive, all sex is missionary, all British prime ministers have gotten intimate with a pig's mouth, and all guys named Santosh can only have an arranged marriage. Actually, that last one is true, but never mind. And sometimes the hate against brown people becomes extra stupid. The day after the attack, somebody posted this photo of a guy in a suicide vest claiming that he was one of the suicide bombers responsible for the attack. And then a bunch of people shared this image, including one of the largest unofficial pro-ISIS channels.
Take a good look at that photo. It's a guy apparently wearing a suicide vest, posing in front of a mirror, holding the holy book. After a point, people began to point out obvious flaws in the photo, like the fact that he was clearly wearing a Sikh turban. Also, if this was in Europe, how are the plugs North American? But most importantly, and how come nobody pointed this out, how did this guy manage to click a selfie using a book?
Obviously it was photoshopped. In fact, here's the real photo. That's just a guy called Virendra Jubbal from Canada who has never even been to Paris. He is a terrorist in the same way that this guy is on a date with Rani Mukherjee. To be fair, we still don't know what Aditya Chopra looks like, so...
And here's the most juvenile thing. I am not making this up. The photoshoppers also added a dildo in the background.
Hey, bravo! Bravo to whoever set out to smear this guy's reputation. Even at the pinnacle, at the very peak of your hatred, it wasn't enough for you to just make this guy a suicide bomber. You also had to add a dick joke. And you just know that this dildo was the last thing they added to the photo. Photo tayyar tha. It was about to be uploaded. And at the last minute, you know that one friend came and saw it. It's missing hai na?
Yeah.
काम करते dildo डालते हैं. And this shit keeps happening on the internet. After the attack, a lot of people changed their Facebook display pictures to the French flag. Very simple show of solidarity. And if you did that, your comment section went nuts. Oh, now you have feelings. Where were your feelings when that other sad thing happened at that other sad place? That time, though, you had a photo of yourself in Goa with 3 cigarettes in your mouth with the caption, Thug Life. First of all, please don't put Thug Life in your display picture. You work in marketing. Your best friend is a PPT. You laugh every time someone says, can I borrow your dongle? Please, yaar, teri life thug life nahi hai, teri hug life hai.
And these days, if you take up any cause, you just immediately get labeled like you're a racist, bigot, insensitive, Islamophobic, libtard, bhakt.
CIA, KGB, raw, ISI, secular, sexist, elitist.
Armchair activist, capitalist, communist.
Sadist, masochist.
Percussionist, bassist, guitarist, pianist. Bastard! Bastard! And then 20 minutes later, you're reading some link about how the Taj Mahal is actually a shrine called Tejo Mahalya. And how Rahul Gandhi के कच्चे में हमेशा oregano और parmesan cheese का पैकेट रहता है.
What we're trying to say is that the world is a shitty place already, and we are not going to make it better by being assholes to each other. Instead, let's be assholes to ISIS. So finally, after all the clutter and all the noise, let's just say something that we have wanted to say for a while, and we're sure you do too. So fuck you, ISIS.
Fuck you, ISIS. Fuck you, ISIS.
Seriously, ISIS, I hope horrible things happen to you throughout your life. I hope so. I hope that every party you go to, the DJ only wishes other people happy birthday.
I hope you never get morning wood.
I hope that every sandwich you eat in your life has tomatoes and cucumbers only in it.
I hope no rickshawala ever accepts your fare.